Hello, I'm Roy.
And I'm Jaden, and this is the Friday Fisler News.
The weather today is so hot.
Speaking of the weather, first is weather for next week by Isaac and Caleb.
Hello, Fisher Navigators. Happy Friday.
This is Isaac and Caleb with your weekly weather report.
So let's get started.
This weekend is pretty hot with a high of about 84 degrees and a low of 61 degrees.
However, Monday through Friday is cooler with a high of about 69 degrees and a low of about 55 degrees.
An interesting weather fact that happened recently is that the Cincinnati Reds Stadium was flooding.
This was due to the heavy rainfall which overflowed the Ohio River.
Luckily, no one got hurt during the flood.
This was Isaac and Caleb with your weekly weather report.
Oh, I can't wait to do PE next week.
Next, we will hand it over to Christy and Thea for a review on the Jurassic World Lego movie.
Hello, this is Thea and Christy for Movie Reviews.
Today, we'll be reviewing a movie that I deem is a classic, Jurassic World, the Lego version.
Though it's been 10 years since its initial release, it's still pretty memorable for many people.
Yep, it's a classic. So, let's begin with the reviews.
For comedy, I'd give it a solid 8 out of 10. That's because throughout the movie, I was pretty much laughing at almost every scene.
For dialogue, I would give it a 6. It's a funny movie, but definitely for kids, surprisingly.
Okay, on to the next review. For the animation, it really shows how much effort they put into making the Legos move, so an 8 out of 10 is deserved.
I would give the plot an 8 out of 10, because it's the same exact plot as the real movie, but much shorter and more child-friendly.
And finally, the overall score we give is a 7 out of 10.
Thank you, and now we'll pass it back to our anchors.
Wow, I really want to watch this movie now. Maybe I'll watch it with you, Roy, tomorrow.
Now we will hand it over to Lucas for the campus updates.
Good afternoon, everyone. This is Lucas with Campus Updates. Well, 7th graders, it's your lucky day. The first thing on our list is 7th graders' field trip to the Aquarium of the Pacific on the 23rd. Now let's kick off some news for the 8th graders with the kickball draft. Anyways, one of the biggest events we have upcoming on May 16th, the 8th grade DC trip. During this trip, the 8th graders are going to be traveling to places such as Philadelphia and New York. Have fun. And our final event is open house on the 14th. Make sure to come and check out all your hard work. Congratulations on finishing state testing. Anyways, that's all for this week. Thank you for listening. Now we'll be handing it off to our news anchor.
I really want to go to DC too. I guess I'll have to wait till next year.
Next is Addison and Brandon for a teacher feature.
Hello, Fisher Navigators. We are Brandon and Addison, and this week's teacher feature is drumroll, Mr. Uribe.
Mr. Uribe is a math teacher for middle school. His classroom number is L1 and he attended the University of California, Riverside. He spends his free time making DJ mixes on his mixer. He enjoys watching movies, taking scenic drives, and spending time with his family and friends.
Mr. Uribe does not have a favorite song because he has way too many. He did say, though, his favorite band is the Arctic Monkeys.
If he had some time, he would love to learn how to play the guitar. He is also a huge fan of the Lakers.
If Mr. Uribe were to teach another subject, the subject would be science, preferably life science like biology or anatomy and physiology, as he was a neuroscience major and enjoyed studying science growing up.
His most memorable teaching moment is when he rescued a 6th grader on a kayak during a 6th grade camping trip at Catalina Island.
Mr. Uribe's favorite quote is, "The world ain't all sunshine and rainbows. You, me, or nobody is gonna hit as hard as life. But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward." By Rocky Balboa.
That's all for this week's teacher feature. Thank you for your time and enjoy your weekend.
Mr. Uribe's tests are really hard, but he teaches so well. Now, let's pass it down to Chelsea and Ethan for one thing they learned.
Hello Navigators, this is Chelsea and Ethan with one thing we learned this week. Today we are going to be talking about Rubik's Cubes. There have been many new Rubik's Cube records recently.
So to celebrate, I will be trying to solve this Rubik's Cube before Chelsea is done talking about these recent records. 3, 2, 1, go.
Recently, Ying Wing has broken the world record with the fastest time solving a Rubik's Cube with a 3.08 second. Additionally, a robot set a new record for the fastest Rubik's Cube solved for 0.35 second. A teenager also achieved a UK record for solving a 2x2 cube in less than a second. Reports ITVX. These are the most recent records that were for a Rubik's Cube. I hope you learned something from one thing we learned this week.
Done.
Wow, that was close. That's all for us today. Now we will pass it back to our anchors. Thank you for listening.
Wow, Rubik's Cube sounds so fun.
Last but not least, let's give it to Jasmine for the summer.
Good afternoon, navigators. There's only around 3 weeks left of school before you're all off on summer break. Are you guys planning on doing anything? Well, here are some fun and interesting things you may be interested in adding to your vacation plans. Let's begin with some free opportunities. If you're a nature person, we have the Fullerton Arboretum at Cal State Fullerton. Come explore the beautiful botanical garden with your family at no cost. Next, there is Laguna Lake Park, where you can enjoy the scenery and have a great picnic. More interested in fairs and fun? Well, if you are, visit the downtown Fullerton Farmers Market or OC Fair with your friends and family. Enjoy movies and concerts more? Keep an eye out for the Friday Night Live, concerts at the park, and Family Fridays. More details are yet to come for both of these events, but both will have free movies and concerts you can enjoy. Aside from all these free and fun events taking place, there are always the classic options of going to the beach, swimming, and having a water fight. Gardening and fishing are also always available, and since everyone's going to be free during summer, let's have a blast. Be sure to scan the QR code for more information and events.
I am so excited for summer, I can't wait. Well, that brings us to the end of our broadcast. I am Roy.
And I'm Jaden.
And this was Friday Fisler News. We hope you have a good weekend.
Thank you.